Well, protests broke out today in Manhattan after immigration agents arrested a student at Columbia University inside a residential building owned by the school. She was released only a few hours later. According to New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani, he expressed concerns about her arrest with President Trump during a pre-scheduled meeting between the two. The student, Elmina Agayeva, who is originally from Azerbaijan, later posted on her Instagram saying she is safe and okay and on her way back home. CBS News immigration correspondent Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins me now with more. Camilo, I know you've been following this. What do we know about this student, why she was detained, and then why she was released?
Sure. So according to university officials, Elaine, this occurred around 6:30 a.m. local time this morning. According to the school, ICE officials made their way inside one of the residential buildings of the school and used false pretenses, according to school officials, to get in. Apparently, they told security guards and other people inside of that building that they were looking for a missing person. That is the allegation that the school has made. That person was detained, Agayeva, and the Department of Homeland Security is saying that they detained her because her student visa was terminated back in 2016 during the Obama administration at the time for failing to attend classes. That is the stated justification. They're saying that she's now in the country illegally, effectively, but as you underscored, she has since been released from ICE custody after Mayor Zohran Mamdani here in New York intervened, had a conversation with President Trump, who appears to have ordered ICE to let her go for the time being. It is still unclear whether she continues to face deportation proceedings. That is likely, but for the time being, even if she does have a deportation case, she can fight that case outside of a detention center.
Oh, I want to ask you about another case. You're also following a story out of Buffalo, New York, and an encounter between a refugee and Border Patrol agents. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Elaine, this is truly a tragic case. We know that local officials in Buffalo are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a refugee from Myanmar whose body was found on Tuesday. His name is Nurul Amin Shah Alam, and he had been taken into local custody last year in Erie County, New York, on assault and weapons charges related to an incident from 2025. But he was released about a week and a half ago from local custody after that Border Patrol, that federal immigration agency, booked him and tried to detain him until they realized that he's actually in the country legally as a lawful and legal refugee. And so there was no legal justification to continue holding on to him or to deport him. And so Border Patrol says that agents actually took him to a nearby coffee shop. Several days later, his body was found. In a statement, the Buffalo mayor, Sean Ryan, is faulting Border Patrol for the death, which he called preventable, saying, "A vulnerable man, nearly blind and unable to speak English, was left alone on a cold winter night with no known attempt to leave him in a safe, secure location." CBP, for its part, is telling us that Border Patrol agents offered Mr. Alam, that refugee, a courtesy ride, which he chose to accept, to a coffee shop that agents determined was a warm and safe location near his last known address. According to the agency, he showed no signs of distress, mobility issues, or disabilities requiring special assistance. So we're still trying to gather more facts, Elaine, but again, truly a tragic case.
Tragic. A lot of open questions, as you note. Camilo Montoya-Galvez. Camilo, thank you.